What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Jose Show. Happy Monday. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day, and I hope that everyone had an amazing 4th of July weekend. I surely did, but anywho, let's get into the hot topics. Now, I'll start off today's show talking about Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. So as we all know, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom called it quits last week. Well, just yesterday, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom were seen together in the same yacht as Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos, and they were all smiles, having a really good time. And of course, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom's daughter Daisy Dove was also there. And Katy Perry was spotted wearing a black bikini, while Orlando Bloom was spotted wearing some shorts. And of course, they were living La Vida Loca. Well, this is what I have to say about this. I think that it was really interesting that Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom were seen together just 1 week after they called it quits, because I believe that since they called it quits and since the breakup was really heartbreaking, I believe that the both of them should give each other time and distance, so that way they can be able to really talk things out and get along with each other better. But I believe that the reason to why the both of them were together in that ship or yacht yesterday was because they really wanted to make sure that their daughter Daisy Dove was happy to be seeing their parents together. And also, they wanted to make sure that they were doing their co-parenting skills well despite their differences. I think that's what this is all about, and that is really something to applaud for, that they are putting their co-parenting stuff first before their differences, because of course their daughter Daisy Dove really needs them. And you know, it's really interesting, by the way, that Katy Perry got to attend this whole entire yacht get together yesterday, because let's remember that Katy Perry was a no-show in the wedding of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos last week, and it was only Orlando Bloom that got to attend the wedding. But I believe that the reason to why Katy Perry got to attend the get together yesterday at the yacht was because she was making up the absence of the wedding last week, which to me is very fair and very valid, because it really seems like it to me that Katy Perry at the end of the day is that type of friend that won't ghost you and that will actually be there for you regardless if they would make mistakes or not, you know. But anywho, this is really cool. This is really interesting at the end of the day, that, you know, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of goodness going on here in this get-together going on, and that, you know, love wins after all, and that goodness wins after all, okay? And by the way, they were off of the coast of Italy, which to me is really cool, because I mean, I would love to see Italy one day, because I can imagine that Italy is really beautiful and it's really luxurious, especially Florence and Milan. And I can imagine that they were seeing all of that from there, maybe when they were passing by that coast of Italy in the yacht. And of course, I can already imagine that the yacht was already a really beautiful big yacht where you can chill, you can do whatever. You can run around, you can even maybe run around the yacht naked if you want to, because of how big it is and this and that. So I mean, hey, that's really cool, because, you know, at the end of the day, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez are rich enough to be owning expensive yachts, expensive ships, expensive you-know-whats at the end of the day. So, I mean, that's definitely a blessing right there, you know. So, anyways, this is really amazing. Now, on to the next topic. Now let's talk about Tim Tebow. So Tim Tebow's officially a dad. His wife Demi Lee just revealed she gave birth to the couple's first child over the weekend. Okay, so Demi Lee said on her Instagram page, the bundle of joy entered the world on Sunday, and mom, dad, and little girl are all happy and healthy. Okay, so our daughter is here, Demi Lee wrote on her IG. We couldn't be more grateful for the blessing and gift of this new little life. So we're so grateful to the whole medical team that assisted us in the best way possible during my labor and delivery, from our doctor to our nurses and all the hospital staff. We are so grateful and thankful for you. Alright, so she added, thank you to everyone who's been praying with us over her arrival. We are so incredibly thankful for all of the love and support we've felt. This is really amazing that Demi Lee and Tim Tebow are now parents, because they deserve it. They are amazing people, and I can imagine that they're going to be amazing parents. And you know what? They make an amazing couple after all. I think that they're really going to be able to handle their own personal life with their own professional life really well. And if they don't want to even get involved in their own professional life, then that's perfectly fine. They can just get involved with their own personal life, because I mean, at the end of the day, I can imagine that they have the enough money to just focus on their personal life anyways. But if they want to continue on with their own professional life, then that's on them if they want to. But anyways, I think, in my opinion, that they really deserve it so much, not only because of the fact that they seem like they're really good parents, but let's also remember that, they are in that age where, they really are wanting to be parents so badly. They really are in that age where they really want to, know what it's like to have a child by their side already, and to take care of a child and to nurture a child and so. And that's something that a lot of people would want to have in their lives, especially when they're hitting a certain age in their life, So that's really cool, in my opinion. And the daughter of theirs is really cute. She's really, really adorable. And, Tim Tebow, since he is a football player, I mean, hey, he can definitely maybe take his own daughter to a Super Bowl game if he ever makes it to the Super Bowl next year. And maybe the daughter will cheer him on along with the wife. And, it'll definitely be a dream come true that his own daughter will be seeing him in a Super Bowl next year if he makes it to the Super Bowl. But it's not just the Super Bowl, it's even other games that Tim Tebow could be in as well that her own daughter can be cheering him in, So there's also that. But anyways, congratulations to Tim Tebow and Leanne. Congratulations to them. I wish them nothing but the best. Demi Lee, I wish them nothing but the best. All right, now on to the next topic. Oh dear, Whitney Purvis is in police custody after being arrested for felony involuntary manslaughter involving a fatal overdose, TMZ has learned. Alright, so the 16 and pregnant star was busted Monday by sheriff's deputies in Floyd County, Georgia. According to online records, the involuntary manslaughter charge is for intentionally distributing a drug called Tranq, a combo of fentanyl and xylazine. Okay, so cops say that Tranq caused the victim, John Mark Harris, to suffer a toxic overdose. So Whitney's arrest for Harris's death comes a little over a month after her teenage son Weston died of natural causes. In addition to involuntary manslaughter, she was also arrested on 2 other charges involving controlled substances, including possession with intent to distribute. So the former teen mom has been arrested 3 times before, but for much less serious allegations. She got busted for allegedly shoplifting a pregnancy test, smashing up some electronics, and failing to pay child support. This is a very insane story, what I'm hearing here. Whitney Purvis needs to calm the hell down. I don't think that any normal person would be shoplifting a freaking pregnancy test, and I don't think that any normal person, would be smashing up some electronics either. I think that this girl really is some type of person that really got a lot of mental issues in so many ways. Like, what in the world is going on here? But I believe what's going on here is that maybe this girl, since she's over here distributing drugs, I'm pretty sure she even takes the drugs by a lot every single day, and it causes her to get so freaking cuckoo that she ends up committing stupid stuff like these, where she's shoplifting, she's smashing up electronics and this and that. And to be honest, it's very sad that a 16 and pregnant star would be doing this. Okay, like, I think that this person needs to really lead a really good example. This person needs to, be a role model to a lot of her fans, a lot of her people that are looking up to her. And, to make matters worse, the 16 and pregnant title that she has on her as a celebrity isn't really looking good on her, because, 16 and pregnant and her stealing a pregnancy test from a store is already like kind of showing that she's, desperate for some pregnancy or something, or she's desperate for some wild attention in some sort of way. No, this is just so darn weird. Okay, and what's also really calling me attention here is that this woman, at the end of the day, she is going to be serving a lot of prison time, I think, because of felony involuntary manslaughter, because that's really serious. We're not talking about something minor, something like whatever, where she's just shoplifting. No, we're talking about shoplifting and also killing somebody from a drug overdose here. Okay, so she is gonna be facing so much time in prison that I don't even think she's even gonna remember about even getting pregnant or of even shoplifting any pregnancy tests. That's for sure. She's not gonna remember what her name is. She's not gonna remember anything at all. That is wild. They are gonna put her on check in that freaking prison cell. That's for sure. Because I know that they are really going to make sure that this woman is gonna be standing up straight for her own life. They are not gonna be letting her get into her own crazy shit. Now, let's also be honest here that they're also gonna make sure that she is going to get mental help too. Maybe she's going to end up in a psychiatric hold too, because at the end of the day she's not well up there either. So that's maybe gonna help her, maybe not gonna help her. I don't know what's gonna be of this woman, but this woman is already reminding me of a Lindsay Lohan or of an Amanda Bynes. No shade to them at all. Okay, now that's all I have to say about this. Alright, now that is it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's lovely episode of The Jose Show. Till next time, and peace.